Have you ever thought about what you would do if a heart attack struck and you were completely alone? It's a scary thought, and unfortunately, it happens more often than we realize. Many of us believe we'll have time or that someone will be there to help, but the truth is, the first few minutes are the most critical. What you do or don't do can make all the difference. The good news is, even if you live alone, you can still survive a heart attack if you act fast and know exactly what to do. In this video, we're going to walk you through 7 crucial things you must do the moment a heart attack begins and you're the only one around. These steps are simple, practical, and life-saving. You don't need medical training or fancy equipment. You just need to be prepared and stay calm. We'll break it down step by step: how to recognize the first signs, what to take immediately, how to keep your heart from working too hard, and even what small actions can give you just enough time to get the help you need. Stay with us until the end, because the last few steps are the ones most people forget, but they might be what actually saves your life. Don't wait until it's too late to learn what your body is trying to tell you. Let's get started. 1. Recognize the earliest warning signs. The first and most important step in surviving a heart attack alone is knowing what it feels like. Not just in your chest, but in your whole body. Most people expect a dramatic, crushing pain like you see in movies, but the truth is, real heart attacks often begin with much subtler symptoms. You're looking for a deep, uncomfortable pressure or squeezing sensation in the center of your chest. It might feel like something is sitting on you, or like your chest is slowly being filled with cement. It could also come and go, making you think it's nothing serious. But if it lasts more than a few minutes or keeps returning, don't second-guess it. Other early signs include shortness of breath, even without chest pain, pain in the arm, shoulder, neck, or jaw. Some people get lightheaded, break out in a cold sweat, or feel nauseated. And in some cases, especially for older adults or women, the pain may feel more like pressure in the back than anything in the chest. Remember the story of Richard, 74, who was sitting at his kitchen table when he felt a strange tightness under his collarbone, almost like heartburn. Then he noticed he couldn't take a full breath, and his hands began to sweat. He remembered reading that not all heart attacks start with pain, so instead of brushing it off, he acted. That decision may have saved his life. The body often whispers before it screams, and when it comes to heart attacks, those whispers are your only chance to take action before the damage begins. So the next time something feels off, especially if it's a combination of pressure, shortness of breath, or unusual fatigue, stop what you're doing. Don't try to tough it out. Don't tell yourself it's just indigestion. Recognizing the warning signs is your first shot at survival. 2. Call emergency services immediately. Once you suspect that a heart attack may be starting, the very next thing you must do, without hesitation, is call 911 or your local emergency number. Do not wait to see if the symptoms go away. Do not try to drive yourself. And do not assume you're overreacting. Calling emergency services is not only the fastest way to get help, it's the most effective thing you can do to stay alive. A heart attack isn't something you walk off. Every minute matters. The longer your heart muscle is starved of oxygen, the greater the damage. But when you call for help, trained professionals are already preparing. They're bringing equipment, medication, and the ability to keep you alive. That's why trying to drive is one of the most dangerous choices people make. You could lose consciousness and delay your own care. Let the professionals come to you. Remember what happened to Linda, 78. She felt a strange ache in her left shoulder, followed by a wave of nausea and a cold sweat. She thought about calling her son, but then she remembered a nurse once telling her, If you're alone and might be having a heart attack, call 911 first. Talk to your family later. She made the call. By the time the ambulance arrived, her symptoms had intensified, but the team was ready. That phone call saved her life. You don't have to be sure you're having a heart attack to call for help. The dispatcher won't be upset if it turns out to be something else. Keep your phone somewhere you can reach it easily. If you feel symptoms coming on and can't speak clearly, press the emergency call feature. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. 3. Chew an aspirin slowly and calmly. After calling for help, the next most powerful action you can take is simple. Chew an aspirin. Not swallow, chew. And do it slowly, even if your hands are shaking. If you have access to a standard 325 milligram aspirin and you're not allergic or on blood thinners, this one step can significantly increase your chance of surviving a heart attack. Aspirin works by thinning the blood, helping to slow or prevent the growth of a blood clot that may be blocking one of your coronary arteries, the very thing causing the heart attack. By chewing the tablet, you get it into your system faster. Studies have shown this can buy valuable minutes, sometimes even enough to restore some blood flow before help arrives. Let me tell you about Joe, age 72. One morning, he felt a tightness spreading from his chest to his neck. He remembered he had a bottle of aspirin in the kitchen cabinet. He chewed one while sitting down and waiting for the paramedics. Later, his cardiologist told him that single action likely reduced the damage to his heart muscle. That little pill, he said, kept things from getting worse. If you live alone, make sure aspirin is easy to access. This small act may seem too simple, but it's grounded in science and practiced by emergency responders around the world. Chewing aspirin during the onset of a heart attack isn't just a tip, it's a proven intervention. 4. Sit or lie down to protect your heart. Once you've called for help and taken aspirin, your next job is simple but absolutely critical. Stop moving. Sit or lie down in the safest, most comfortable position you can. This isn't the time to pace, gather belongings, or unlock doors. Any additional physical effort puts more strain on your heart, which is already struggling to get enough oxygen. Ideally, you want to sit with your back supported, feet flat, and arms resting loosely. This helps reduce your heart's workload while you wait for paramedics. If you feel faint or lightheaded, lie down on your side with your head slightly elevated. It's common for people to feel embarrassed calling for help and then sitting there doing nothing. But make no mistake, doing nothing is doing something. It gives your heart a chance to stabilize. Remember the story of Alice, 81. When she felt pressure radiating across her chest, her first instinct was to clean up the kitchen. But she remembered what her doctor once said. If you think it's your heart, sit down. Everything else can wait. She sank into her favorite recliner and waited for help. That stillness, she later learned, likely prevented her symptoms from escalating. So if you ever feel those symptoms creeping in, pressure, shortness of breath, dizziness, don't try to finish what you're doing. Stop right where you are. Sit or lie still. Breathe slowly and let your body focus on just one job: surviving. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. 5. Open the door for the emergency team. If you still have enough strength after calling for help and settling down, one of the most helpful things you can do is unlock your front door. It may seem like a small step, but in an emergency, even seconds matter. A locked door can delay treatment when time is everything. Paramedics are trained to break in if needed, but forced entry adds time and could startle you. Unlocking the door in advance lets them walk right in and begin care immediately. That simple act could save several minutes that your heart might not have. Consider Paul, 76. When his symptoms began, he called 911, chewed an aspirin, and unlocked his door, all in under 2 minutes. The paramedic said that single action helped them reach him 30 seconds faster and saved them from having to break in. "That's the last thing I would have thought of," he later said, "but it might have been what got me help just in time." 6. Use speakerphone or medical ID on your phone. If you're waiting alone during a heart attack, your phone becomes more than just a communication tool. It becomes your lifeline. And one of the smartest ways to use it is by switching to speakerphone. This allows you to talk to emergency responders hands-free, so you can focus on breathing and staying calm. Using speakerphone not only reduces physical strain, but allows the dispatcher to hear you more clearly if you become too weak to talk. Beyond that, every smartphone now has something just as critical: your emergency medical ID. It holds vital information like your age, allergies, medications, and medical conditions. If you're unconscious when paramedics arrive, this data can save time and guide decisions about your care. Remember the case of Susan, 79. She passed out just moments before help arrived, but because her phone had her medical ID set up, the paramedics knew immediately that she was diabetic and allergic to penicillin. They were able to call her daughter using the emergency contact listed right in the phone. Setting this information takes less than 5 minutes, and it's a lifesaver. So if you ever feel those first signs of a heart attack, use your speakerphone, stay connected, and trust the person on the other end. Their calm voice can make the waiting less terrifying. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. 7. Breathe slowly to stabilize your heart rate. In the middle of a heart attack, it's easy to feel like panic is taking over. Your chest feels tight, your thoughts race, and every second seems louder than the last. But there's one final tool you still have: your breath. And if you use it well, it can calm your nervous system just enough to give your heart a better chance at holding steady. The more anxious you become, the faster your heart may beat. But slowing your breath can gently pull that rhythm back down. You don't need a special technique. Just try this. Breathe in slowly through your nose for about 4 seconds, hold it for a moment, then exhale gently through your mouth for 6 seconds. Focus on that one small rhythm. It gives your body something steady to anchor to and can help prevent your heart from going into dangerous arrhythmias triggered by stress. Remember what happened to Frank, 83? When the pain hit, he felt like he was drowning in fear, but he remembered a simple breathing exercise his doctor had taught him. He focused on each breath, kept himself still, and let go of the panic. By the time the paramedics arrived, his heart was still unstable, but not in full arrest. "I just kept thinking, stay calm, stay alive," he later said. Your breath won't fix your arteries, but it can buy you time. It can keep oxygen flowing and help your heart hold on. And sometimes, in those final moments before help arrives, that's the only edge you need. Stay still, stay alive. At the end of the day, surviving a heart attack alone isn't just about luck. It's about preparation, awareness, and calm action. These 7 steps may seem simple on their own, but together they form a powerful chain that can save your life. Recognize the warning signs, call for help immediately, take aspirin if you can, sit or lie down to conserve your strength, make it easier for help to reach you. use your phone's tools wisely, and slow your breathing to keep your heart steady. Each one of these measures buys you a little more time. Each one gives you a little more control, and each one says something important, that even when you're alone, you're not powerless. So ask yourself, what stood out the most to you today? Was there a step you hadn't considered before, or one that you now see in a different light? Think about how you can apply this to your own life, and maybe even share it with someone you care about. It might not just save your life, it could save theirs too. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.